Bol and Rial are refugees fleeing with their daughter, Nyagak, from war-torn South Sudan. They brave stormy waters on an overcrowded motorboat, along with fellow refugees illegally traversing the perilous English Channel from France in search of a better life. Although they survive the treacherous crossing, their daughter and many others do not. When they are finally granted probational asylum in Britain 3 months later, the government assigns them a shabby house with peeling walls and dismal furnishings on the outskirts of London. They are given strict restrictions or they may face deportation. They experience racism and hatred from their tenement neighbors. They are met by their case worker Mark, who tells them he hopes they are two of the good ones. Bol tries to assimilate. He sings football songs, asks Rial to use utensils rather than her hands when they eat, and even changes how he dresses. Bol wants to prove to the government that he and Rial belong in the UK. Rial, however, clings to their culture. She retains their daughter's necklace, dresses in colorful clothes, and rather than using a table, sits on the floor to eat. Bol and Rial soon experience strange phenomena in their new home and see visions of Nyagak and a mysterious man, who both escape into the walls. Rial figures out that the evil in the house is an Apeth or night witch. She tells Bol the story of a poor man in her village who accidentally stole from an Apeth by the river. When the thief built his home, the Apeth moved in with him and haunted him. Rial believes that an Apeth has followed them, and if they repay their debt, the Apeth will bring Nyagak back to them. However, it is not immediately clear what the debt is. Bol burns everything they brought with them, but the Apeth continues to torment him and the couple's relationship deteriorates. He goes to Mark and requests new accommodation under the guise that their unit is infested with rats, but is unable to convince him. Bol tears apart the house looking for the Apeth, which threatens the couple's chances of staying in the UK when Mark discovers the damage. Rial expresses her desire to leave, but Bol confines her within the house and summons the Apeth on his own. The Apeth accuses Bol of being a thief and claims that he has wrongfully claimed a life that didn't belong to him. The Apeth then offers Bol a deal, his life for Nyagak's, but he refuses this offer, resulting in Bol being forced into a state of catatonia. Rial escapes the house but finds herself inexplicably back in South Sudan in a familiar classroom. She is reunited with old friends, who are revealed in a further flashback to be victims of a horrendous massacre. Rial was able to survive by hiding. Bol finds her and they escape as violence grips the region, but find that a bus they need to board would only let people with children on. Desperate, Bol sees Nyagak in the crowd and abducts her, falsely claiming that she is their daughter. The couple get on the bus and escape, leaving Nyagak's real mother behind as gunfire erupts. Later, when crossing the rough sea, Nyagak and others fall overboard. Neither Bol nor Rial reaches her in time. Having accepted what they did, Bol decides to repay the debt to the Apeth and tells Rial. Bol starts to let the Apeth into his skin and Nyagak enters the room and returns to Rial. Rial chooses to save Bol instead of accepting this alternative reality, by slitting the Apeth's throat. Later, Mark comes to inspect the house to find it repaired. Bol and Rial tell him they have chosen to stay and make it their new home. They say Rial killed the witch that haunted them, which Mark finds funny. Bol says they decided to live with the ghosts of their past from South Sudan, including Nyagak.